Hey guys, welcome back to NK's Mystery Box, and today you get to look at my COVID-19 hair. Like, seriously, this is the longest I've ever had it. I don't know if I like it. It's green. I dyed it green because I'm like, why the hell not? But, and oh yeah, Princess is in heat like normal. And I apparently forgot to make pizza. There's a lot of stuff going on that we haven't touched up in a while because you haven't seen me in a while. But hey, everything's good, everything's okay. Princess is going to be talking over me, but I'm going to try and just move on because, you know, she's just going to keep talking and stuff like that. Anyway, with that being said, today we are doing a reaction video, and it's one of the first, it's actually the first reaction video that we're doing. So, a little background history on myself. I am a huge Titanic history buff. I like the story, I like the movie, I just love everything about the Titanic. I have a scrapbook with pictures, historical pictures and stuff like that that my father put together for me when I was younger, and it's here with me. I actually have a piece of the Titanic, a piece of coal from the Titanic. I was lucky enough to have the opportunity to receive that. So, you know, Titanic is my favorite point in history, apart from World War II. With that being said, being a history buff that I am, I also accept the fact that there were 3 ships made in the White Star Line. There was the Olympic, the Titanic, and the Britannic, which was later. There's a YouTube channel on here called Titanic Honor and Glory, and they do a lot of cool digital simulations of the ship sinking and stuff like that. And they've gone about and they made a real-time sinking scenario of the Britannic during World War I. That's really cool and awesome. Well, they took it a step further, and they took the stuff that they made and they put it into a game, which is set to release on the 19th of June, so not that far away. It'll be available on Steam. I don't know what the price is yet. It's all a huge mystery to me what the price is, and I really don't care because I'm going to pay for it. I just hope it works on my computer because it looks kind of cool. I haven't watched the trailer yet. I'm really excited for this, just to see like what's gonna come. So with that being said, let's dive in and view the trailer, and then I'm going to talk about the Britannic a little bit just to give you guys an idea of like what we're looking at here. Okay, so let's take a look at the trailer and see what we got. So the name of the game is Britannic Patroness of the Mediterranean, and it looks really cool. Let's get it going. It's a very beautiful ship. Very. I'm just gonna remain quiet for this. And with that being said, I'm going to stop the recording right on the name. My hat goes off to the people that made this. I'm assuming it's the people who are in charge of Titanic Honor and Glory, the YouTube channel. I honestly think they have it on point. Beautiful, beautiful piece of work. The game, the ship itself, it's beautiful. It really is. So for those of you who don't know, I'm going to just do a little brief history lesson. I plan on doing a more detailed history lesson later. I think that'll be a cool YouTube video to do. But right now, just to give a brief history lesson to kind of type the video with, to make it somewhat lengthy and interesting, but not too long and annoying. So we have the Titanic that sailed in 1912 and it sank after hitting an iceberg. We know that story. Jack and Rose, I think they told it pretty well. By the way, this edition, I didn't just take it out because I had it laying around and figured, oh, I'll pull it out for the video. If you look, there's dust. I watch this pretty much on a regularly basis. The box may have dust, but I watch the DVD a lot. I loved the movie ever since a kid, but I love, like I said, I love the history and more of it, and it's launched me into this historical thing of looking into seeing the exact history of the Titanic, and then as well as the sister ships. So, during the early 1900s, White Star Line wanted to make a huge statement by producing the largest ship in the world. And they did that. They built the Olympic. And then they built the Titanic. And then after the Titanic sank, they built the Britannic. And then before the Britannic could be released for passenger use, World War I broke out and Britannic was turned into a hospital ship. Now, Britannic, to my knowledge, based on the name anyway, and based on what I know, I have to refresh myself a little bit because it's been a while since I've read everything. But pretty much they were in the Mediterranean area and they were running back and forth, trying to take care of wounded soldiers, you know, picking them up, taking care of them, and then dropping them back off, stuff like that. And on the morning of November 21st, 1916, they were on their way to pick up more wounded soldiers near the island of Kea, and there's a lot of speculation on what actually happened. They don't really know what exactly happened, but here's what happened. At around 8:12 in the morning, the ship just randomly exploded. They think it was either a mine or a German torpedo, or if you follow the events that happened in the 2000 movie Britannic, a German spy was on board and he bombed the ship. I will tell you my thoughts on everything when we go into the more detailed history lesson later. This is already getting to be a detailed history lesson. So, ship randomly explodes, and then within 55 minutes, it meets its watery doom. Looks like that's what we get to witness here in the game. The game looks like it's very detailed, and it's very on point. There's a few things I'm questioning, though, and the things that I'm questioning are the Grand Staircase, first of all, and I'm not judging it. Like, I'm very excited to play this game, and I really hope it works on my computer. If not, I will go out and buy a new computer. Like, that's how far dedicated I am to watch this. But as I'm rewinding the footage here, I've been playing, for those of you who are just clicking on this video because you're just as big as Titanic fans and history buffs as I am, and you haven't watched a thing else that I've done, the main game that I've been playing a lot on here is The Sims. So as soon as I saw this trailer, or I saw this, I mean, obviously this is the first time I saw this trailer, but as soon as I saw that this game was coming out, I immediately got the idea of somehow tying it into The Sims. Don't ask me why, don't ask me how. So, the thought that I had was that I was going to build a house in The Sims and just make it look, or kind of decorate it and make it look like it was part of the Titanic, in a way. And then turn it into Sims history in a little bit. Like, kind of turn it around a little bit. That's my idea, that's what I'm going to do. But at the same time, we're going to play this game and actually look into the actual history events and stuff like that. With that being said, I've already been looking at some stuff online, and I've been looking at pictures and stuff. I seriously think that these guys have it on point. I think they know what they're doing. They obviously know what they're working with and stuff like that. I don't second guess it one bit. But the Grand Staircase looks a lot like just the Titanic staircase. And I just found a picture not too long ago that looks... That's this, and it's, the Google image said that this was the Britannic Grand Staircase. The only difference was the clock was not there. It was a picture, like a painting instead. It got removed during World War I for the hospital ship, when it was remodeled into a hospital ship. And then when it sank, unfortunately, things didn't go back to the way it was because, hello, it sank. With that being said, I don't know if they just put the Grand Staircase in like this just to kind of advertise it, like, oh, it's just like the Titanic, because realistically it is. It's exactly like the Titanic, only they built it to be more safer back in 1916 based on what had happened due to the Titanic. Again, I will get into that more in another episode when we will just talk everything about Britannic and stuff like that. Like I said, I plan on building a house and kind of just decorating it and kind of theming it towards each ship. And I will talk about all 3 ships. That's what I'm going to do. That's my next project for a little bit, on top of the sim stuff that I'm already doing. But yeah, I love the game. I don't care, like I said, I'm not going to judge. I know the people that made this game probably know what the hell they're doing. I'm not judging them one bit. There's just, like I said, just one little detail that I'm questioning, but maybe the game will answer that for me. That's the question that I'm going to go into the game, is like, okay, did they catch this detail? Like, is this what it was supposed to be, or was this what it was supposed to be? I will do more research on myself. I'm not going to just come out and say, oh, the makers of the game are wrong. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, I have some questions, and I'm hoping that this ability to look at the ship and take a virtual tour and see it as it was back in 1916, and as it should have been if the war didn't happen, definitely am looking forward to doing that. So with that being said, the game is out and will be available on Steam June 19th. Really looking forward to it. And like I said, I just hope it works. If it doesn't, I'm going to do everything in my power I can to make it work. So with that being said as well, though, while I was on Steam, I looked up some Titanic games as well, because I'm like, well, what started my grand love for this theme in history, or the story in history, was the Titanic. And the one game that I played as a kid growing up, which I don't have with me, is available on Steam, and that's Titanic Adventure Out of Time, which I'll put the picture of the game here in the corner so that you can see it. It's already available. The game was made it was made a long time ago, honey, like 1990s, okay? We're talking old-time graphics, all right? But the game is fun, and I've actually never finished it. I've never been able to actually finish it, so I'm hoping that I can come on the channel here and play the Titanic game and finish it, and then we also play the Britannic game too and finish it. So the Titanic took 2 hours to sink, and the Britannic took only 55 minutes. So, that's how long it looks like it's going to be for each game, and I'm going to try and space it out into multiple episodes or something. I don't know. But like I said, I'm also going to try and tie The Sims into it and just kind of remain on the subject for a little while until the game comes out and until we cover it. That's my idea for now, just to kind of change things up. And like I said, Sector 24, my new project that I'm working on, I already have the first episode written. I have basically the stuff I want to say and the stuff I want to do and show in that episode. That's all drafted and ready to go. I just actually have to go on The Sims and record it, which, for those of you who have played The Sims and understand making videos and movies on The Sims, sometimes it takes time and takes a lot of editing. So the first episode probably won't be out for a while. So until then, I'm going to be doing stuff here and there to keep the channel kind of active and not just be gone for months at a time. Also, I'm going to be recording some new songs. I've been in that singing mood again lately. It comes and it goes. As to those of you who may not know, this channel originally started as a music channel. I used to do music. I used to do covers and stuff like that. I still do. So I still want to do that. That's still a basis of what I always do. So that's going to be happening sometime in the later year as well. I'm going to come back to that. But I'm really excited for this game. I cannot express how excited I am. I wish I could play it right now. I wish I had, like, early access or something, to be totally honest. Like, this game is really cool. And as a history you know, I am a World War II historian. I take part in a museum. I do a lot of my specialty in World War II is tanks and stuff like that, as you guys have seen on this channel. But that's my dad's favorite stuff. My favorite has always been the White Star Line ships, Olympic, Titanic, and Britannic. Their stories. It's interesting because all three ships had issues. You had the Olympic that had accidents until it was taken out of service in the 1930s. You had you know what happened to the Titanic, and as you saw what happened to the Britannic. So we will be talking about all three on this channel. I'm going to do like a speed build for the house that I want to do, and then as I go through the speed build, we will talk about each ship, and I will just kind of like go over some main points and stuff like that, and just talk about the ship, and just kind of babble in your guys' ear, and just teach you guys some stuff, because, you know, we're all at home and have nothing else better to do anyway, right? We're still staying home, right? Like, that's still a thing, right? Yeah, I know. World is opening back up, and it's kind of scary, but hey, new game coming out June 19th, and I hope you guys are going to be on and looking forward to seeing me covering the game and seeing my first couple thoughts of the game, and I look forward to playing this game for you guys. So stay safe, stay calm, and always stay zen. I will see you guys next time. Bye.